And I would like to know if we I would like to know if we need to get radiation and if we can avoid that and if it's just something else that we haven't tried yet. But this is driving me nuts. Yeah, just Posh. She's just sniffly. We can't we can't get her we can't get her better. We keep giving her medicine, different medicine. She has something growing in her nose and rhinitis, which apparently degrades cats' nasal passages. So now there's been like deterioration in her nasal passages, so she just like she can't clear her own mucus because there's stuff in there, and it's also like just mucus all the time. That makes me sad. And she's coughing. It's just gonna get worse. Yeah. So we have to figure out something. We gotta figure out something. We don't need money. We don't need money. Just let us know the total. We don't need that. I'm doing fine. We're doing fine. I I you guys do enough. What I need is a like a concierge fucking cat vet. Crowdsource means like in this community there's going to be a vet. There's going to be two vets, and then that vet knows a cat nasal specialist. You know, I know a genius vet at UC Davis. Yeah, but like Denver would be sick. What happened here? Okay, anyway. AK, yeah, please. If you know somebody, ask your vet. We're at the specialist. That's the thing. We're at the fucking specialist, and that's what's that's what's frustrating and scary because like if she can't fix her, get away from there. Hey, what are you doing? Can you guys even see her? This little void. Get. What are you doing? You fucking insane? That's a big drop. You fucking moron. Come here. Come here. Can you come here? Hey. Anyway. All right. Hey. Come here, you dummy. Come here. Ugh. Okay. Well, that's not helping. Anyway. All right. No candles. We don't burn candles. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby. Are you coming to say hi? Are you coming to say hi? Okay, bye. In her little fucking perch. Cool. Anyway. I'm distracted. Sorry. This is truly boring as shit. I know. Sorry. Anyway. Jake Lang sucks. I still sucks. Epstein shit's insane. I pulled a video today. Oh, I don't think it's in my. Maybe it's in my photos. There's this dude. Oh yeah, dude. This is fucking. This is happening a lot. Let me see.
This should be good. People not in the Epstein files.
Drag queens,
Um,
trans athletes, trans anyone, librarians.
yeah, all right, look, it's not about who's on it, who's not on it. It's the sad part is that people like this and other right wing, left wing people who think the Epstein files actually fucking mean anything, you idiots.
I've seen that so many times, and so like, it's not the right wing. I was never right wing. I was never right wing. It's now I'm part of neither because both sides are the same. That is their off ramp. Their off ramp is I'm a centrist, which again I will repeat my feelings on centrists and centrism. You fucking cowards. And so like the off ramp for the racists are to be cowards. I'm an independent. Yeah.
Hey,
Howdy.
how are you?
Great. You?
Cool. Yeah, yeah. So, I just want to say something quick that I know other people have been saying before, but what's pissing me off about this shit is that, like, they get to treat this shit like rage bait or play or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When it's affecting people so deeply. And he gets to make fucking videos where he's kicking shit looking like a goddamn toddler. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not going to affect him the way it affects other people. And it just really pisses me off. And I
The
know it
pro-
pisses everybody off, but I just wanted to say it.
what's worse is that that's all he wants is for you to get mad. I like I've that's the thing that like you and I and like 90% of human population can't identify is that like going out of your way to do this just so somebody else is upset.
Yeah.
I don't
Just
like
Just
you.
because your ass don't get, this isn't affecting you in the way that it's affecting marginalized communities. So you have to make it affect you in a way.
Right.
And this is what you fucking choose is to go and look like a goddamn idiot and kick
Hmm.
over shit when you can barely lift your legs.
Or read.
Get your
Or
ass in the
read.
gym.
Get your ass.
But I just,
Yeah. No, it is upsetting. And like what's crazy is like he wants to go and like start a fucking fight that is going like that could spiral out of control and hurt a lot of people. And like he's
yeah.
calling for like like redneck reinforcements in Minneapolis, which is hilarious because like they're not coming to help him, and he's just going to show up, and it's just going to be 25,000 angry Minnesotans, and he's going to get his fucking ass handed to it, and he would deserve it. And then we'll look like the bad guys. And so, like, I
But at
don't
the
know how to
same
handle.
time, he's using language like the Somalians don't. He's using
Yeah,
this language, and it just
I
yeah,
don't. I'm just going to spare you, but like, he's a real piece of shit. He's
yeah,
done some
no.
other shit re George Floyd recently, which is like,
Oh,
yeah,
for real?
like I want to just punch him in the throat, but I would never
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
But like, yeah, he's a like, but these people like that's I don't know. I don't have that that malfunction in my brain that they do. And you could make the argument that I do. Like that I plenty of videos I've made have made other people sad. And it might seem as if that is my goal, but the reality is that like I'm not setting out to do this because it makes me feel good. Making you sad doesn't make me feel good
Wait,
sometimes.
what you
But like
mean?
I mean, like this guy's all of these people that occupy this space of like trolling, like going out
Uh,
and being the heel, like in wrestling, going to play the bad guy, right? And like
mhm.
but in real life and having like deriving satisfaction from doing that in real life and being hated is something that like I cannot connect with fundamentally.
Yeah, the crazy strange ass rage bait shit that they
Yeah.
love to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they love it. It's and like the more you hate them, the more they grow. It's like reverse Grinch. It's fucking insane. And yeah, I wish they would all just, what if we just put
You
them
know,
on?
it's Black History Month. There's a lot of things I wish.
Me too. Me
That would be
too.
iconic for this month.
Last night, last night James was on, and he said, James said, I've had a lot of liquid, so kick me off. And then I said, okay, have a good night, James. And then he goes, wow, kicking me off during Black History Month. And then I walked right into it. It was just like it was incredible.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I was
Well,
just, that's I think that's a big well, that's not the biggest thing for me, but that's just, one thing with that is,
the
with
good
this
news,
guy.
let's, the good news is that, uh, like, for as much traction as that gets, and as much engagement from like-minded morons, the overwhelming majority of people don't, even Republicans don't identify with that level of like cynicism. And I know that because I have access to dark money now. So I think that it is important to keep in mind, and like it's hard. Sometimes you lose sight of that, and like they're so loud, and they're pushed to the very front of our eyeballs on these godforsaken fucking apps. But the reality is that they represent a fleetingly, a continuously smaller and smaller group of people here. And I just played you like, even them coming off this boat and going to centrism and being like, oh, I'm not either. That's still them saying that I'm not right wing anymore. And that's
Hmm.
like, that is, if you listen closely, what that
Uh-oh,
means.
you froze.
Oh no,
Is it
are
just
we
me,
back?
chat? He just
Yeah,
froze.
it's, yeah. Wait, can you guys hear?
Hmm.
Can you guys hear Isha? All right,
Okay.
weird, weird. Um. Anywho, delusional. Richard, you want to come talk to us, bud? Richard, just smash that request button, buddy. Just come have a chat. No. When has Trump asked for redneck reinforcement? What? When has Trump when has Trump asked for redneck reinforcement? Would you like me to play when they asked him to denounce white supremacy and he said, Proud Boys stand back and stand by? Do you not remember that? Do you not remember them? Do you not remember him calling all of them to the fucking Capitol and saying, "Fight like hell, brother"? Do you not remember him pardoning a bunch of people that did that? And then a bunch of those people work for ICE now? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Are you guys that dumb? Or were you just genuinely asking? I hope that helps. No, he didn't. Why did Pelosi say she did not send help? Are we still fucking doing this? Brother. What Discord just let out in here? What Discord just let out in here? This is still Lamb of God, yes. It's Lamb of God night. As it is every night. As so it shall be. That I say in you. Anyway. Wishing you the best from Canada. Save that extra room for us. We'll be up there soon. Anyway. Debate. I would love to debate. Nobody's in here. I mean, all my friends are in here. All of our friends are in here. You don't want to hear from our friends. You want me to make fun of idiots. We could just talk to friends, I guess. Talk about the other countries opening up in Epstein investigations. For real, dude. Can we let's just swim around in that for a second. The breadth and volume of these files being released, and Donald Trump being mentioned on 5,000 pages, a total of 38,000+ times. Oh, shit. Hang on. Okay. Wait. 38,000 times, right? And then a day or two later, he's in the fucking Oval Office telling a woman to smile more as she asks him about the survivors of a multinational child sex trafficking ring. Kill me. Anyway. And just before that, though, he said, now that these files have been released and I haven't been mentioned of not just a lie, but like a psychotic, earth-shattering lie. Now that we should just move on. The country should just move on to something new. Yeah, great. I would love to talk about the fact that like inflation continues at a breakneck pace, that you haven't done anything to lower housing prices, that wages are stagnating, that no one can afford a fucking home. I would love to fucking talk about how you pillaged our healthcare to go and stand up a large secret police. I would love to fucking talk about any of these things, but you sure are mentioned in these fucking files a lot, you bitch. So we could move on to all these other ways in which you are failing, but let's talk about this for a second. And the fact that like all of these other countries were given this information and we're like, oh, we'll do it. We're going to open up all these investigations on all these people who are still fucking around. That is so deeply embarrassing for us, you guys. That's so fucking deeply embarrassing. He said yeah. No, I know. He said, well, we're going to keep housing prices up. I think that's just because, I mean, I'm not a Donald Trump whisperer, but like what he meant was people that have bought a home as an investment don't want to lose the value in their home. What he really means is rich people will continue to benefit from my administration, and people who are still without a home will never do that. So, but like because he's a fucking moron, he couldn't elaborate that or articulate that in any meaningful way. So he just shat himself. He just pooped himself in front of the room and then asked the room to clear out. You guys see Bitcoin selling off and silver and all the other fucking tech just liquidating? Sure, that's fine. It's probably fine, dude. It's probably fine. Good luck. Ethereum tanked. Good news. I was always too poor to own crypto, and I also I have a good relationship with my mom, so that pretty much disqualified me from becoming into that, you know? So, sorry, there's probably a little friendly fire in here. Sorry, Tipples. Sorry, Tipples. Listen, big regret not figuring out how to buy $10,000 of Bitcoin and then selling it at when it was $1 or less, and then selling it at whatever, $110,000. We all fantasize. Just a quick $1 billion, you know? What are you gonna do? Mine it, sure. But again, my mom loves me, so I was off not paying attention to that. And then, okay, so go back in time, ask your parents for $10,000, buy 20,000 Bitcoin, sell it, buy Tesla out from under Elon. Hostile takeover of Tesla and SpaceX. Profit. Do you see motherfucking Elon was just like, money can't buy you happiness? Sad face tweet. That is some emo shit, Elon. Did you see that? Holy, dude. Have fun in prison. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough for you. I feel like you're not going to do that great there. Someone said, but it can buy rope. Oh my god. I never laughed at that. I never laughed at that. You can't prove it. That's, oh my god, dude. That is savage. That is fucking savage. Are you kidding, F man? Are you actually fucking joking? Hold on. I'm gonna tee this up real quick. This child was like, why doesn't Good Trouble like Elon? Here. That's why. I don't particularly like when dudes do that. That's, I mean, among a thousand other things. Among a thousand other things, he's a Nazi. And I don't like those. In fact, it would be my great pleasure to show him in real life how much I dislike him. Why doesn't he like him? I don't know. Maybe he gave a be proud of your heritage speech 24 hours after he Roman saluted all over the fucking American acceptance stage to a far right organization. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's because he reinstated 2,500 fucking banned alt right and white supremacist Twitter accounts immediately following his. But maybe it's that. Maybe it's just this rich cornucopia beginning to form in front of you that he is a literal fucking Nazi. What do you think about that? Think that works? Does that explain it? Maybe it was the fact that he was like, in retrospect, desperately trying to get on this fucking island and was too socially awkward to understand what a massive pedophile was writing to him in emails. Maybe it was that. Maybe I don't like people who do any of this shit. What do you think about that? Does that clear that up for you, F man? Does that clear that up for you, little buddy? Elon never said he went. Elon said he never went to the island. You saw where he was begging to go, right? You saw that he was begging to go there, and that Jeffrey had to be clearer about who was coming to a certain other party, and Elon, in the most disgusting, like embarrassing way, was like, "I run two businesses, so actually, this would not be a good use of my time." And he was like, "Hey, fuck stick, there'll be children there." Oh my god. What? Turn this timeline off. Turn it off. Turn it off. What the fuck? Reset it. I say go back. I say go back right before Jesus. Do it again. At what point would you have to go back far enough so that you could take over the world with the knowledge that you have now, but nothing else? How far would you need to go back to amass world domination? 1910? Dinosaurs is I don't think I would last very long in the dinosaurs. The year 2000? 1500s, 20 years, 10 years. I would need to go back further than that. I think I need to learn how to code. I'm thinking, damn. How long can you live? What, like, how can you, when would be the right time? I guess not that far. Right before segregation, I think. And then you can live through the rise of, or like Hitler's birth. And maybe even Trump's birth. You know? Just do a couple of things. Just kind of kick society, like kick the soccer ball off the ledge back into the. You know what I'm saying? Is Furnace still chirping? You can just mute him. If Furnace doesn't want to come talk to us, you can just mute him. That's fine. Trump, Clinton, and Bush, they were all born in the summer of 45, which is nuts. Good Trouble is always trying to censor free speech. You spelled censor wrong. Dr. F, man, you fucking moron. Is Furnace Fawcett? I doubt it. Fawcett won't show his fucking face in here anymore. Not after last night. Clearly you're upset because he did it too and swore on the you spelled Quran wrong. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. Live restricted for 10 minutes. Restart, you said? Will do. I gotta watch my language. I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down. I don't really want to be on. I really don't want to be on the same side as Germany in World War III. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Restart. And be back in a second. Go watch that video I did about Jake Lang. It's worth it. I think you'll get a giggle. I tried hard on that one. Back in a sec.
I guess, evidence that blew my mind, and I hope it's real. I hope it's true, because again, I don't really keep up with the UFO scene like that. I'm more interested in spooky stories and movies and books. So, yeah, if you have any scary UFO stories.
Not, I'm sure there's stuff in the files that incriminates people that, I don't know. I haven't read the bill on that releases the files, but I assume that there's.
You keep saying, but can I ask you a question? Why do you say things in the affirmative if you have no fucking idea what you're talking about? That just bothers me when people do that. You do it a lot, and then I ask you about it, and you're like, I don't know. Why do you do that? Why do you guys do that?
You know?
Yeah.
I don't think you do know. You're not
Yes.
the FBI.
What?
It's
The
not
whole-
like the
the whole
FBI
point
makes
that this-
all their investigations public.
The whole point of this was that Congress was told to release these files, and they were released in a way that like redacted some of the people that were perpetrating some of this in a way that could not spur on new investigations, because we don't know who is doing this. And that's why these countries are beginning investigations into some of this stuff, because we aren't doing that. The reason why they were able
doing that.
What do you mean? They would.
How do you know we're not doing that? Because like it's not like the police tell you you're under investigation.
What
It's
did
not like
I can
it's
play you this? I
public
can play you this.
information.
I can play you this. Here, I'll do this. I'll do this. I'll help you. I'll just help you because he fucking did this the other day.
And then there's people that we simply can't prosecute.
Secretary Howard Lutnick and correspondence that he had with him. Did you read those new files that were published by the Department of Justice?
I have a lot of things I'm doing, a lot of things I'm doing. I don't know. You mentioned two names. I'm sure they're fine. Otherwise, it would have been major headlines.
A lot of women who are survivors of Epstein's are unhappy with those redactions that came out. Some of them entire witness interviews are totally blacked out. Do you think that they should be more transparent?
They thought they released too much. I heard that, and you're telling me something else. I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me, literally, by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
But what would you say to people who feel like they haven't gotten
Healthcare.
justice, Mr. President?
Like healthcare. Does that sound like they are continuing ongoing investigations about this? Just going off that.
I don't know.
You don't know. Isn't that so? It's such a fucking useful tool for you to plead ignorance for this. All this, every time that this happens, specifically with you, but other people like you are just like, who knows? Could be, and that just absolves you of engaging in this very normal fucking conversation.
It's not like Trump knows of every single investigation the FBI is involved in.
How about? How about the ones where you heard him say that it didn't mention him? How do you feel about that?
I mean, there's like bogus tips, and like when the files include like everything, including bogus tips.
Yeah, what kind of bogus tips?
I don't know. I didn't read the bogus tips.
You just fucking do this. You lie breathlessly. You just say, including bogus tips, and I say, like what? And you go, who knows? You're a piece of shit.
I didn't read them.
You really are. You're a piece of shit.
I didn't read them. I
hate
just
you.
know the FBI had reasons not
They
to.
also no. Shut the fuck up. They also had Stephen. They also had signed affidavits from fucking victims who were children at the time. You fucking idiot. What about that? What about the non-bogus victims who gave their testimony here? What about that?
Witness testimony is like the weakest evidence.
I'm done hearing from idiotic men on this for now. I don't have the faculties. Let's just say you're never put. I hope that you're never put in a position where you have to give witness testimony about something vile and awful that happens to you, and have the person receiving that testimony going, "How is it your fault? And also, I don't believe you." I just hope that you never experience that. And you're too old to have this experience as a fucking young child who is powerless against this sort of like disgusting cabal of horrific child molesters, right? But like for you to say that is very fucking disgusting. And I don't like people like you. And I'm not like, this is not an act. This is not an act. I'm glad we're not sitting across the fucking way from each other right now. Makes me mad, dude. I don't like feeling like this either. I don't like feeling fucking violent all the time. Anyway, and also I just don't understand dudes who don't feel this way. I just don't know. I'm not open-minded enough, clearly, to have these conversations with stunted dudes. Have you just never known a woman? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe you guys have just never known any woman. Like, I've been very fortunate to know a few, and without too much provocation, I've heard a lot of fucking stories over my 40 some odd years about bad shit happening to some of my friends. And I don't know, my impetus is never to be like, well, how is it your fault that this happened to you? And it's very consistent, and it turns out it's like almost every woman I've ever met. Some women who I've met have had something happen and have never said anything about it. And maybe it's just because you don't know enough women close enough that you have no lived experience with this at all to know that every woman in your life has been assaulted by somebody at some point or made to feel uncomfortable. Maybe that's it. Maybe you are just devoid of female contact in your life. I'd like to think that I would come to this conclusion without all of this horrific lived experience. I'd like to think that. I feel like I'm a pretty good dude. But unfortunately, I've known a lot of women. And so also like this whole thing, there are lots of little side stories about these files. One of the main undercurrents is the fact that like no one believes you when you're a woman, especially when it comes to like a position of power like this. And that is like the low frequency of all of this, is that like for decades these victims were not believed. And to this day, the Stevens of the fucking world will sit here and deny that happened. And I mean to kick those people in the shins as hard as I fucking can. You bitch ass. Yeah, you know, the casual dismissal of that, that got me. That triggered me. I'm triggered. I don't think. Yeah. That's all. My mental health is fine. Can't you see? I'm doing great. But like, you know. Hey. Come here. You want to come show everybody how cute you are for a second? Want to take a cat break? Will you do a cat break with me? You're just gonna run over. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, no, you're out of here. You're out of here, huh? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You can't hear her purring. I'm just gonna hold her for a second. She'll get up in a minute. Might be. All right. Okay. God, you're such a grump. You're such a grump. Why won't you stay here with me? Everybody's looking. Everybody's looking at us. Well, right in the fucking eyeballs. Ugh. We gotta get her fixed. This is the biggest obstacle of my mental health right now, is to make my cat feel better. We gotta figure it out. How old is Posh? I think she's 11. Which means that she's a kitten. She's a little kitten. A tiny little baby. She hates Churu. She fucking hates it. She is so particular. Anyway. Okay. I know. Churu is like cat. It looks like Gogurt, but for cats. She has nasal polyps. She has rhinitis and nasal polyps. So we got to figure out what to do about that. Cat Gert. Can you convince my wife to let me get a cat? Do you have a dog? They'll get along. Your Torty is particular. That's one of my favorite things about this idiot. She's so particular. She's got her like very strong personality, and she happens to like me, which makes me feel like I did something, like I earned it somehow. Not true, but like she snuggles with me specifically. Much to my poor, loving, beautiful girlfriend's chagrin, whose cat this is. Like in the middle of the night, I'll bring her down. We'll go to sleep. She'll get up. She'll fuck off for a couple hours, and during the middle of the night, she'll come back and she'll like scratch at the blanket, at our blanket in between good old girlfriend and I, and my girlfriend will wake up and like try and get her to settle with her, and she'll just like look at her and be like, bitch, and then keep trying to wake me up until I like put my arm out so that she can, which is very fucking cute. But I feel very bad because it's her cat, but now it's my cat. Clear, I took her. Also, look at this idiot. You don't want to cuddle with me? You're just going to fucking loaf. You're just going to loaf vaguely close to me. I might call it a night, kids. I know this wasn't a very good live, but I'm fucking dragging. Our friends are coming to stay. Oh, guys, we're going to. We're gonna go. Oh, should I tell you? I don't want you guys. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Can I trust you guys not to be weird for a minute? Don't be weird. Can I get a promise? We're going to Casa Bonita tomorrow. My friend's got a reservation. It's not booked out for very long, but we're going to Casa Bonita tomorrow, which is going to be fucking fun. But we run the risk of being like, don't show up, okay? You'll be weird. I'll feel weird about it. And I'm telling you not to do that. We'll have a meet and greet in Denver someday, I promise. But I'm trusting you not to be fucking weird. Anyway, we're gonna go to Casa Bonita tomorrow. Casa Bonita is famously the restaurant in South Park that they like based a episode on, and then the writers of that show went and bought the actual place and like saved it from bankruptcy. And it was famously like really run down. It's in a pretty shitty neighborhood, and it has like, it's just the whole experience. There's like a petting zoo for some reason, and like cliff divers for some reason, and like weird shit. And since they bought it and like fixed it up, there's been like this year-long waiting list, but that's sort of dying down now. So we were able to get like a reservation pretty quick. So we're gonna go tomorrow, and Isha's coming. Anyway, what? Is it haunted, Jess? Don't ruin this for me. Don't ruin this for me, Jessica. God damn it. I'll take pictures. You better believe I'll take pictures. Do a post about Casa Bonita? I think I will. Anyway, I'll be there tomorrow evening. I think it's unlikely that we'll be able to go live because our friends are staying over afterwards. They live in Fort Collins. They're coming down for my friend Taylor's birthday, and then we're going to go to this stupid thing. And then they're going to stay in the extra room, which is directly across from my office. So I'll try. We'll just see you there. Maybe I'll go live during the day if I can carve out some time. Kellen, I saw you in here. All right, everybody, earmuffs. It's gonna be car talk for 2 seconds. It's gonna be car talk for 2 seconds. Okay, just let me live. Just let me live. Okay. I replaced my battery this year. I did it myself. Very proud of myself. I can't tell if there's a fucking parasite in the system, but I hadn't started it for 2 weeks. I was just on the road. My dear sweet Gertrude. And anyway, got home, wouldn't start, jumped it, fine. Drove to the gym. It was 45 degrees. I was like, perfect Boxster, top down Boxster weather. Took to the gym, drove it for like 20 minutes. I was like, that'll do. Got outside, dead. Some guy came to help me jump it, nothing. Extra battery, nothing. I had to do battery on a car battery, double battery. Had to sit there and let it charge. Got it started. Got home. Right? I'll send it to you. Nobody. Got home. Fine. No big deal. Next day, go out to jump it, to drive it to the fucking shop to see if we can track. Trunk won't open. For some reason, I thought that because I have a mechanical pull, old-timey trunk pull, that I was never going to have the issue. For those of you uninitiated, the battery for your Boxster is in the front trunk, which is behind something that dies, an electrical switch, a detent that doesn't let you pull pull the fucking cable for some reason when your car's locked. And so when your car dies, sometimes it thinks it's locked. So it won't let you. So like every year after mine, they came up with this very ingenious solution of putting like something you can jump your car with in the fuse box. Mine doesn't have that. I tried to jump it through a fuse. I tried to run a cable to a fucking jump box, didn't work. I tried to fish out the thing with the screwdriver, didn't work. I tried to use the cigarette lighter to my other car's cigarette lighter, didn't work. So now I have to jack up the car, take my front wheel wheel off, front driver's side wheel off, fish around in the fucking lining of the arch lining to find the cable to release this, which is a pain in the dick. And I don't want to do that. All with the distinct possibility that I still won't get it to be able to jump because it's so dead. It's still possible, so I'll go through all of that, and then I have to then drive and get another fucking... I don't have a battery tender. I bought a battery tender. I also bought a battery checker, which is why I went out there in the first place, to like see if the battery was holding a charge or if it was my alternator. That was 4 days ago. There's shit everywhere. This just like a bomb exploded in my fucking garage. I'm not cleaning it up because I'm just like, what if this works? Fuck it. So I don't know. I would have loved to show them the car. It's going to be fucking 60 degrees tomorrow. And my friends haven't seen Gertrude yet. And I wanted to fire her up and take them out in it. And dead battery. That's pretty low stakes as far as like old car stuff goes. I don't think it's the alternator though. Why would it suddenly be the alternator? It was fine. I mean, I guess that's how alternators work or go. God, my alternator, by the way, is such a fucking pain in the ass. You have to to replace a Boxster's alternator, you just have to disassemble the entire car. You have to take the entire car apart because it's mid-engine, so you have to I think I can do it, but I don't want to do it. Anyway, no external. They fixed this issue that I'm having from 1999 to 2000. They were like, if your battery dies, you have to get your car towed. And in 2001, they're like, oh, what if we put this fucking thing in here? Dumb. Sorry, I know. I was leaving anyway. Car talk. Kellen and nobody. I also found I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But I did find a 981 GTS that if I do some shady shit on the internet involving my feet, I could probably figure it out. But here's the thing, I won't get attached to that car. I don't think. I won't get attached to that car. I'm not going to sell the Boxster. I'll never sell that thing. I'll be buried in that. I love it so much. I am emotionally connected to my idiot grandpa 986, but I also want one that will drive all the time and be nice and have heated seats. It's manual, but it's too much, dude. King Hill raises a good point. I do rent. I have 2 garage spots, which means my girlfriend will murder me. But I'm not going to park either one of the Porsches outside. The fucking Hyundai's going to sit outside. I'm not going to buy a fucking lift. That's insane. Also, it won't fit in here. We'll figure it out. I can't get a third car. That's fucking psychotic. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get the Boxster fixed.
sorry. I stopped petting you. I should have kept petting you. It's my fault. I know. So what you're saying, Kellen, is get rid of the Hyundai and just have two-seaters and just let the girlfriend drive the other Porsche also. That's what you're saying? Oh, you're so freaking cute. Oh my God. You're my little angel. My baby. You put your head down? Hello? Your snotty little nose. I'm trying to let you hear her purr, but she's not really purring out loud. Okay, good night. My baby. You're flipping over? Sorry. Hold on. Turn this off. I don't think In Flames is the move right now. Okay. Okay. Go on. Relax. Put your little head down. Go on. Yeah. Am I pissing you off? Sorry. Okay. Okay. Let me just rearrange my entire life. Oh, yeah. Love you, mean it. See you tomorrow. Good night. Let's go to bed. Want to go to bed? Let's go to bed. Come on.